Let's make some wedding cake. My friends were getting married this weekend and I had to make enough cake for 130 people. I got started on the process about 2 days before the wedding. The first thing I did was make my passion fruit curd. I ended up making a little over a gallon of curd and I used nearly all of it. Next, I got started on my orange blossom cake layers. I had multiple mixers going, which was really helpful to speed up the process. I love this cake recipe. It's my go-to base yellow cake recipe. It always bakes up into these beautiful flat layers that I don't need to trim. And because there's butter and oil in the cake, it's tender, flavorful, but also sturdy, which is really important when you do a heavy stacked cake. I ended up baking 9 half sheet pan size layers of cake. Then my last task for day 1 was make my salty vanilla Italian meringue buttercream. Day 2 of cake making was dedicated to assembly. I planned on making 4 different cakes. The first one is their ceremonious cutting cake. I layered all the cake components in a bowl that was lined with some plastic wrap, press it down firmly, and then stuck that in the freezer for a few hours. Then I made 2 large sheet cakes and then a half-size one. I spread on the buttercream and then I piped some retaining walls for the passion fruit curd and then flooded the area with passion fruit curd. Then I stack on another cake layer. I don't know a better way to do this, but then I just repeat the process. This was the only time that the curd actually leaked, and it really wasn't a big deal. You just kind of clean it up and then reinforce it with more buttercream. Miraculously, these cakes fit in my fridge, so I let them chill out in there for a little bit, and then I make a raspberry buttercream. I frost all the cakes before I have to rush out the door for the wedding welcome party. Now it's the morning of the wedding, and all I have to do is the easy fun part, which is decoration. I add some whimsical swoops and top with fresh berries and edible flowers, and then a light dusting of the leftover freeze-dried raspberry powder. I went over some last-minute details with the groom who was over at our house, and then now we are ready to head to the venue. The cakes got there safely. I did a light touch-up when we got to the venue, and then we just spent the rest of the evening celebrating love of Alex and Rebecca. Baking cakes might be my love language, and I was so honored to do this.